Move on to race number 6 now. This is a Class 3. It's onto the all-weather over the 1,650 metres. High Rev, top of the book, he comes down in grade for his all-weather debut. Blinkers go back on. Zach's ridden 7 times for 3 wins. 7 of these are making their surface debut. Elite Patch held up last time behind Willpower. Clear Choice has had 2 trials. He was lame following that last start, 8th. The 7, Super Bella, blinkers off and the visor goes on. 10, Superb Daddy, tongue tie for the first time, having his second start for David Ferraris, and poor old Urban Dancer has just had no luck this season. Late scratched at Happy Valley and then was lame after the 10th behind Tasha Delic, so is due for a turnaround in some luck. Has started with the barrier, comes up with gate 1, and Clear Choice and Super Bella have been up at Chungfa.
There's a number of get-back types here amongst this field of 13, and at least half of them on the all-weather for the first time, including the Hulk, who was a bit one-paced, I thought, last time out after having a good lead in front. Everlaugh there. Mr. Alden might have to press forward for Karis Teton to avoid a 3-wide passage. Urban Dancer through from gate number 1. Clear Choice, Super Bella there. You got Volpino, and horses like Best Alliance, Elite Patch will get back and they'll be running on at the end.
High Rev moves nicely here this morning. He looks like he's ready forward on the all-weather surface here. He'll be racing on it obviously in this particular contest. First start on it, but look, he seems to work well on it by Fastnet Rock. It shouldn't be a problem. Elite Patch, look, he got a little bit well back at his last start. He's drawn wide again, but he's had that run now, so he did finish off nicely enough for 3rd last time in natural improvement. He's come on from then. And the other one we're going to have a look at here is Clear Choice. Clear Choice, 7-year-old now, but we know he likes the surface and he goes nicely. He's the one on the far side in the orange saddlecloth, and he goes nicely enough here in his work.
Elite Patch, Tom, he's coming out of the race behind Willpower now. He gets held up in the straight. Unlikely he would have beaten Willpower, but never ideal getting held up at the furlong. No,
it isn't. Zach was on board him last time out. He was also aboard Mr. Alden last time out, but he switched to High Rev. And Vince Wagner Borges rather gets on board here for Francis Loy. Closed off okay between runners, but he's a horse that does like to get back and get into the clear pool and finish off.
Yeah, when he won his races last season, he looked really good doing it. Look, this wasn't a bad run. He did hit the line nice enough. I've got him in on a place line.
Here is the Hulk and Mr. Alden, Paul. Now, both of them come to the all-weather for the first time. He led up here, the Hulk. Do you think he will lead up again? Yeah,
I think he will. And look, I can see him getting a nice, easy lead in this because he's no natural leader in the race. Look, I think his conditions just sort of gave out a little bit towards the end here, the Hulk. Now, he has trialled on the all-weather and won that trial too. He's bred for it as well. So, look, I think he's a good chance in this race, the Hulk, especially with this run under his belt now. That's Tianchi Monster who's running later on, going past him. So, look, I give him an opportunity to lead all the way.
I thought he had every chance really after the lead that he had in the run, but I'd be willing to give him another chance here on the all-weather for the first time. We'll be interested to see how he can dictate from the front without any real leader in the race.
And Mr. Alden, Tom's just really hard to catch.
Oh, impossible.
High Rev, and in folding here, Tom, he's got that great record. Zach 3 from 7, he comes down in grade.
He does, and I like the way he trialled here. A few gear changes as well. The blinkers are being reapplied. He had a vet exam after his last start effort behind Solar YY, but he got to the line here nicely behind Beauty Legacy. Of course, it was well beaten on Thursday, but just seemed to stretch out nicely here, Paul. He got the big weight to his shoulder, but I think he can do it.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. I've got him as the Quinella horse, actually. I think he can run well.
And Paul, here's Clear Choice and Super Bella. The one to take out of this is Clear Choice, easily the best of the two.
Yeah, definitely, and it was a nice trial from Clear Choice. He's definitely got ability. He's a horse that has won a couple of times on this all-weather surface as well. His fresh up record isn't too good though.
Yeah, that's the questionable thing about him, his fresh record. He had excuses last start, came off the bridle a long way out, deemed unacceptable, had a lame right front and a lame left hind, but he cruised to the line here pretty comfortably in this trial at Chungfa. No real pressure on him. Vincent Ho rides, but the little question mark over that first up record for him.
That was his second of 2 trials leading into this first up appearance. Selections, Paul.
I'm going to take my Quinella horses there, 2 horses that haven't raced on the surface but have trialled well on it. The Hulk to beat High Rev. Now the Hulk beats it. It's got a 10-pound pull on the weights on him, so he's on top. 6 to beat the 1. Elite Patch, and now Urban Dancer. He's the one I put in slightly outside the square. Before the season started, he trialled really well on this surface and has won on the synthetic over in Australia. 6, 1, 3, and 12.
Yeah, similar sort of numbers. I went with that 1 in the end, so high rev, just like the way he trialled there on the all-weather. I don't think that'll pose any issues for him. Zach Purton riding for David Hall. The team's fired up well at the moment at the David Hall stable. The Hulk goes in through an elite patch, and I did put in Clear Choice in the end because normally he is pretty honest. Just that question mark around the first up record, but there was nothing wrong with the trial. So 1, 6, 3 and 5.
It is the class dropper High Rev to win from Tom in race number 6. We're heading to a break here on Racing to Win. We'll stick on the all-weather right after this.